What is up, guys? So in this video, I will be talking about the Crisis on Infinite Earths tease that came at the end of Supergirl Season 4's finale. So far, every single finale of the Arrowverse has had a Crisis tease, and I bet Legends of Tomorrow will as well. On Arrow, we had the Monitor showing up telling Oliver that he is going to die, and in 20 years in the future, the Monitor brought Felicity to wherever Oliver is in the Flash forwards. Then on the Flash, we saw the newspaper that we saw all the way back in the pilot episode of the show, where we saw it said that the Flash missing vanishes in Crisis in 2024. That was changed because of a new timeline change to 2019, and that was the two Crisis teases that we saw in those two finales. Now in Supergirl Season 4, we have another one and another appearance of the Monitor. So at the end of this episode, the Monitor showed up on Earth 38 and seemingly freed a Martian from some sort of prison. This Martian turns out to be John Jones' brother, who in the comics is a villain named Malefic, who is one of the only Martian Manhunter villains. It's really just him and the White Martians in general, but he is the only named main villain of Martian Manhunter, and he is seemingly going to have a big role in Season 5. Now, that being said, I have absolutely no idea why the Monitor would be freeing him. I have absolutely no idea why the Monitor would need this to happen for Malefic to be free from his prison and go to battle and get revenge on Martian Manhunter or John Jones. I have absolutely no idea why he's doing that, and honestly, I cannot even think of a reason why he would. Like, obviously, I don't know for a fact why, but I can't even think of a reason. I can literally not think of any reason for why the Monitor would take this villain out of its prison just to go fight Martian Manhunter. I especially don't know how it connects to Crisis on Infinite Earths, but I do like how they're incorporating this character of the Monitor into every single season finale. I really like how that is happening. It really makes the entire universe feel not only very connected, but very exciting. It makes the universe, as well as the future of the universe going to the next crossover, very, very exciting. And I'm also pretty excited to see Malefic because he is a pretty good villain from the comics, and I am pretty interested to see his rivalry with John Jones. I just have no clue how that connects to Crisis. Now, that isn't the last tease we get in this episode. While talking to Malefic, the Monitor mentions that he has one more stop to go, and we learn that that stop is Lex Luthor, who earlier in the episode was defeated by Supergirl and subsequently killed by Lena Luthor, and now is just dead, which was pretty surprising to me. I definitely did not expect them to kill Lex Luthor off, and honestly, when they did, I was pretty disappointed because he is easily one of the best villains, or if not the best villains on this show. I mean, he's definitely the best villain on this show. He's just one of the best villains in the Arrowverse, despite only appearing in 3 episodes, so I am definitely glad they brought him back to life. If that even is what the Monitor is doing, they just cut away from the Monitor while he was doing some cosmic powers he is using, which I'm guessing is to bring Lex Luthor back to life, as well as have him help in the Crisis going forward, which also that I am definitely very excited for that. I am definitely very glad that Lex will almost definitely have some sort of role in the Crisis crossover, which means that I'm guessing Superman will as well, and I'm definitely excited to see some sort of interaction between those two characters. But I also think that if the entire multiverse is being attacked, Lex Luthor would definitely defend the multiverse along with the rest of the heroes. There are certain villains that, even though they are villains, would help the heroes in that regard against a much bigger threat, and Lex Luthor is basically the prime example of that, as in this season he basically just wanted to do one of two things: kill all Kryptonians and be a hero in the public eye. So I'm guessing he is going to be some sort of big role. He's going to have some sort of big role in the Crisis crossover, and I'm definitely interested in that. But I'm also pretty interested in him returning for Season 5 as either a recurring villain or just a main villain again. So that is basically it for this breakdown of the teaser at the end of the Supergirl Season 4 finale. Again, I just want to emphasize that I'm so excited for the Crisis crossover, and I love what they're doing with the finales here. They kind of did something similar, but to a lesser degree, back in the mid-season finales of the Arrowverse seasons other than Legends of Tomorrow. They all had this one scene at the end, which aired first on Supergirl and then on Arrow and then the Flash, of the Monitor on Earth 90 just massacring everyone, testing them for the Crisis to come, and it seems like that was definitely a tease for Elseworlds, but this is even better, even though the actual scenes are not better than that scene. That scene was awesome back then, but at least these have like different scenes from the 3 different shows. They all connect to their respective shows, where on The Flash it connects to the newspaper that has been teased since the very first episode. On Arrow it connects to Oliver Queen, the main character of the show, saying that he will die in the Crisis, and on Supergirl it integrates Malefic as well as brings Lex Luthor back and seemingly brings Lex Luthor into the fold in the Crisis, and I'm hoping Legends of Tomorrow will have something similar as well. I just love what they're doing here. I love how they're integrating all these shows into the Crisis, and like I said earlier, it makes everything feel so much more exciting, and it makes the whole universe feel so much more connected, and I genuinely think that they probably should have done this every season, and I would have been so much more excited for the Arrowverse if they did, but I'm definitely still glad that they're doing it here, and I'm definitely very excited for Crisis on Infinite Earths. Oh, and for anybody asking, the reason I stopped reviewing Supergirl is just I stopped caring about the show. I actually stopped watching the show for a couple of weeks because usually Supergirl is just the thing that is there for me to watch when there's nothing else to watch, which I literally just realized. I didn't realize that until now, but the same thing happened last year when Avengers Infinity War came out and all these better things came out for me to watch and to care about. I lost interest in Supergirl completely, and the same thing happened this season as well. Endgame came out, Game of Thrones Season 8 came out, and I just stopped caring about Supergirl because I had other things to watch, and once those things ended, I got back into the show. Also, the same thing with Legends of Tomorrow, got caught up, and here we are. If you want, I'll just tell you guys the scores I would give these episodes like I really means anything. Episode 18, I'll give a 7.5 out of 10. Episode 19, a 6.5 out of 10. Episode 20, a 7.5 out of 10 again. Episode 21, an 8 out of 10. And the finale, episode 22, I would give an 8.8 out of 10. So anyway, let me know what you thought about the teaser, the Crisis teaser, in the comments down below. What do you think this means for the Crisis to do with Malefic and Lex Luthor? And if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.